this is going to take 4 minutes of my time to go over the remainder of lending limits, starting on page 218, just to finish up that non-conforming loans are not necessarily in violation of the lending limits imposed in national and savings associations if the bank experiences some of their borrowers merging, or their capital has declined, or other circumstances such as the decline in value of collateral securing a loan. In this case, though, the bank must make reasonable efforts to bring the loan that is non-conforming, except for a decline in collateral value, into compliance, unless to do so would not be consistent with safe and sound banking practice. However, if the loan is non-conforming as a result of declining collateral value, the bank is supposed to bring it into compliance within 30 calendar days unless it's prevented by judicial proceedings, regulatory actions, or other circumstances beyond the bank's or savings association's control. And subpart 6 here is with regards to supplemental lending limits for residential real property loans, small business loans, and farm loans, which are pretty much allowed under state law. The federal banking agency may rescind the approval to use the supplemental lending limit if it has concerns about the credit quality, undue concentration of these loans, or concerns about the banks or savings associations' credit risk management or controls. But for the most part, as long as the bank's participation in these programs is justified by the board of directors in a resolution that certifies that the bank is eligible to participate in the programs and includes relevant state statute citations to that effect, and is participating in residential real estate loans, small business loans, or small farm loans. Only loan type being defined here conveniently is residential real estate loans. Understanding the definition is a loan secured by a perfected lien on a 1 to 4 family residence in the amount not exceeding 80% of the collateral value. The expanded lending limit, lastly, for the covered loans, a national bank or association may lend the lesser of 10% of the bank's or savings association's capital and surplus, or the percentage of the capital and surplus in excess of 15% of that state bank is able to lend under state law, available for residential, small business, small farm loans, and applicable in the state where the main office of the national bank or home office of the savings association is located. Subsection 13 suddenly is enforcement, and the fear penalties here are regular $7,500 per day of violations of laws and regs, $37,500 in penalties per day for violations or unsafe or unsound practices are engaged in recklessly or part of a pattern of misconduct that causes more than a minimal loss to the bank or any pecuniary gain to parties involved, in penalties up to $1.375 million per day against persons who knowingly commit a violation, knowingly or recklessly cause a substantial loss to the bank or a substantial benefit to the party. That is the end of lending limits on page 219.